This is part 2 of Max's caregivers video because apparently I hit a button wrong on the last video. So this is continuing how to care for Max while I am gone. Okay, I'm going back to the kitchen. I just did how to feed him. Let's see. So I gave the can a good rinse. Got all the food out, most of the food out. Hold on. And I'm making sure not to set this metal can in this sink or I'll get a rust ring almost immediately. I'm going to take this over and toss it into the recycle there on the left. Trash is on the right. And then I'm going to grab the whole thing and take this tray back over. And again, I'm going to slightly offset it so that when he makes a little bit of a mess eating, it'll go more on the white mat than anywhere else. Usually he hardly drinks the water at all. I think I said that in the last video. The next thing I'm going to do is go over to his cat box, and I'm going to grab from behind this curtain, grab his little shovel, and if there's any number 2s, I will scoop that up, kind of, you know, obviously give it a bit of a sift, and I will walk over to the bathroom and plunk it in the toilet and flush the toilet, and that's it. Then go back to the litter box, and this might get a bit loud, but it needs to be stirred once in the morning and once in the evening because it's these crystals here, and that's how they work, is by being stirred so it can absorb everything. Otherwise, everything stays in one spot and it gets stinky really quick. So again, you might want to mute. Okay, put that back. Now, I just changed the litter early this morning. How I do that is typically I will bring this white trash can, pop this lid off, throw it over here like that, bring the trash can over so it's nice and easy for me, pop the lid off of there with the little clips, all 4 clips on the sides, then dump everything in here. Probably will need the scraper to scrape out any bits on the bottom, and then add 4 pounds of kitty litter. This is a 4-pound bag. I do have some 8-pound bags in the garage as well, so you just have to make sure you only use half so that there's plenty each time. These bags typically will last me 6 to 7 days. I try to go pretty close to trash day. Trash day is Thursday morning, so it'll either be Tuesday night or sometime Wednesday that I change this, but it's hit and miss. Just depending on how well you've done a job of stirring versus how much he's going to the bathroom. So that's the kitty litter. Oh, when you finish dumping the cat litter, tie this up and dump it out in the garage in the gray trash can. There are white trash bags right there in the pantry if I don't remember to leave one out. So that's the trash. And then we'll talk about the extras real quick. I'm hoping you don't need these things. If you happen to notice that he has thrown up a hairball somewhere on the floor, and I'm hoping he doesn't, but there's some Windex and some paper towels for that. If you happen to notice him, and he's not hiding from you the whole time, and maybe one of his eyes, he's holding it closed, that happens to him every three or 4 months, I would say, when his eye is irritated because he steps in cat litter and then later rubs his eyes so his eye can get irritated. Colloidal silver is a homeopathic option that is good for animals or for humans. I've used it and used it on Max for years. Hopefully you don't need it at all, but I just wanted to have that there in case you have an issue. I usually kind of pin him to my side, tilt his head back, get a couple drops in his eye, and have a napkin ready because inevitably some of them will drip. So I usually just set on that red table right over there with him, because if it drips, it gets on the table, it's fine, but I can also sit stable with him to do that. Really hope that it's not an issue for you, but if it is, you have that option. I can't remember now if I said this in the last video, but I'll leave a spare bowl out so whoever is feeding him can come and get the dirty bowl, fill it with water to soak, and use the clean bowl. And you guys can just go back and forth that way. This is Max's scrubby. It's only for his dishes. There's soap on the counter. There's soap for you. I'll have a clean towel before I leave so you can dry your hands easily, or you can feel free to use paper towels if you prefer. When you open a new can, this is his little lid, so you can use about 1/3 of the can and then put it in his bowl and use the side of the spoon to kind of chop it down fine. That's where the warm water kind of helps with that. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else, and I'm now drawing a blank. But call me or text me with any questions, and please know that I really, really appreciate you helping me while I am gone. And okay, I guess that's it. Thank you.